rock star.
Yeah, he just can't bring that knee down and kind of get that angle just right. There you go. Lift that up. And you're going to trim it off just the right angle to get that. Right now, talking about means, like how it's going to be angled. I think that Joe saying something about it shouldn't want to be just like the actual part is going to be holding it.
This way. I'll look over here. Hold on.
So now they're going to line that up just oh so gently. Get that perfect angle on it. Oh, yeah. So now the one key about this is they don't want to get that. Oh, yeah. So now he's using that torch to do some final adjustments, kind of move it around a bit. This is a crazy.
It's awesome. Don't even stress it. It looks sweet.
You're looking at a classy, glassy chick with a guitar. Check this finished product. It's in the stand here, but it's a chick with a guitar. Cool.
And there we go. We got ourselves a rocket around. You can see that when it comes out. Are they going to quickly get that away because there's a lot of little bits of glass in there? You don't want things to cool too quickly, so we're going to get that away. And there it's that was an amazing piece. I'm so happy you guys
got to be in neutral when you go through those drive-through car wash deals. But, yeah, the car definitely needed a wash. Here I have my a little bit of the collection, with the exception of Pinocchio here, my art collection. And this, it's a preview party. We're going to check this out in just a little bit. Neighborhood Service Organization at the Detroit Shipping Company. Oh, this will be nice. This will be my second visit there. But I bought this in the inaugural Man in the City deal, and I love this thing. It's like a Miami Vice, Miami in the City. And it was item number 113, Lindy Marie Shrewbridge. I have a sister, Anne Marie, so I love the middle name. And with Marie seems to roll off the tongue. So Lindy Marie, Anne Marie. You start with that wood thing, and then you decorate it as you see fit. You're an artist, so you make the call. And so they have a preview party here on Wednesday, April 10th from 5 to 7:30 at, this is a cool place, this Detroit Shipping Company. It's in a stone's throw from the LCA Arena. And they're going to have their main event at the Detroit Golf Club. And the Detroit Golf Club, it's right off Woodward and 7 Mile, between 6 and 7 Mile. And not far from the Michigan State Fairgrounds. Oh, we got some urban planning going on in this neighborhood. We're going to work on that. Detroit is taking off. This bowling pin, but it's like a rocket ship. It's taking off. It really is. Detroit's it's a hot topic. Oh, I've been trying to keep my finger on the pulse, and it just seems like nothing but good news. So let's keep that rolling. Well, I work in the import-export kind of deal, so these shipping containers, I'm familiar with the style and so forth. But this is fairly new. 2018 it opened up. It's different restaurants, and I love the logo here. We got that international thing going on. Anyways, this is the second year for Man in the City, and they have 5 of these 8-foot sculptures, Man in the City. This is the second one on the second floor. But they had their event here, so they were all on display. 30 different concepts for Man in the City. And you leave it up to the artists, they'll be clever. Jessica did well here. Did that one up, I like that. This one sideways. Then they had food and goodies. At first I thought you had to pay for all this, but I would have unloaded if I knew it was all free from the get-go. But anyways, I'm just having fun. It's a cool event. They're raising money for this neighborhood services organization, and what a nice charity. But this, I'll show like some places within this Detroit shipping company, and what a concept. Here's the website. Make note of that. Then they had media here. You can hear these people a little bit. We're going to take a look at some of these places or figures. A purple Batman. And then next door, I mean, urban planning takes place everywhere, but this, I like this house here. This is just next door on Peterborough Street. They got to paint the side of the house, but my, it's in a good location. So this is on the second level, and they had all the art displayed on through the corridor. This was well done. So all these pieces will go up for auction. So this doubles as a clock. So this artist really put some effort into it, and they have different signs you're not supposed to touch. I like this one. This is different. You leave it up to artists, you don't know what's going to happen. And that's what's the whole fun of it. And then this guy is a well-known Satori Circus, well-known in Detroit. He's in the artistic, creative, theater, bazaar type community. So, yeah, it's like the quote-unquote only in Detroit type kind of a gig. And look at this. I mean, I liked a lot of the artists and what they portrayed. And so, as far as I know, this is the second year they've done this. And it will probably be a tradition. And I say maybe the third year they start with a woman in the city kind of a thing. And women are just as important as men in the city. Women in the city equal, different, but equal as far as worth role. And women are getting empowered now. I really feel this is the millennia for the ladies. Off in the distance, Clay School, that was back like 1888. Then monthly, weekly, or daily, depending on what your situation is, you can get a place there. Then this is going to be fun kind of in the summertime, I think. They got an open area here with tables, and then to the left here, that's a stage set up for, live performances and so forth. That will work out really nice. People love live music. Nain Rouge, he's, I like this, he's maliciously indifferent. Oh, yeah. It looks like the Werner's Gnome, but, yeah, their prices are reasonable. I'll have to, when they're open, I'll have to check what the gig is there. But anything that promotes Detroit, yes, indeedy. I like that. The city is on a comeback. I do believe. I can just, it's without question. They have like a little comic area through this little corridor here, but they have nice chairs and tables and set up, and then you can overlook the people. And beer makes a lot of people happy, and there's always good sides. This was a Good Friday. I'm doing this voiceover on Friday, and it is definitely a Good Friday. Steve Eiserman is coming back to town. Wow. That is great news indeed. So, yeah, that was the big story. Woodstock, right across the street. And Motor City Casino, not the hotel, not too far off. It was a little chilly this evening, 43 degrees. Here, Homeless Recovery Services, the NSO does a lot of things. They have a place. We'll check out the Toonami Center a little bit later in the program. It's just over yonder. And here's looking at the menu. What's nice with this shipping company, you have options as far as your food choices. And so they have sticky rice as opposed to the regular rice, which is boring. You want the sticky rice. But they have displays here and yummy, yummy, yummy kind of thing. And next door they have like Caribbean cuisine. So here's a look at their menu. And then you got like some sandwiches there or tacos. And I love the artwork sometimes here. That's pretty good when there's a sheep, or no, that's a lamb, excuse me. There's Porky Pig. There's the fish. Art is everywhere, I say. You even need it like in the advertising thing. I like that. Then, this is the stage. So this was a station wagon. And when I grew up, I'm in the baby boomer generation, but station wagons rocked. We used to take the station wagon on vacation. The Sassy Cat. Yeah. Art is everywhere. I love that. And this place is going to display art all the time. You can't go wrong. And then like a rotating exhibit, the Cass Cafe does that. There's a few other places that seem to get the concept where you can have an ever-changing gallery. But you got to promote the arts in the city. Here, if you were playing in a band, this is the view you would get out. And the adoring crowd and fans would be out there. These are adjustable tables. You can just roll them wherever you need to. That's nice. Looks like a community cooler. Here, I didn't buy my ticket yet because they were offering. I put in for this drawing. You could get 2 free tickets. I did not win. But damn. But it's worth it. Here's the lay of the land. Here's a map. But I want to get a ticket for that event at the Detroit Golf Club. They're going to auction all those Man in the City. In the future, we'll have women in the city. I'm sure of that. But they auction them off for a good cause, and the money goes to charity. Look at this. In your next event, you could do this. If you have a group of people and you want to meet somewhere and you want them to come in and get something to eat, have something to drink, watch some sporting events on the TV, mingle with other people, possibly see live entertainment, what have you. Here's the website or the email address. We have other events listed up there. But yeah, it was a photo op, the artist. So you could vote. They had different categories here, and this was all the preview. The auction starts like May 1st, and you can do it online. But, okay, so I said, I'll fill this out. I'll play along. Here they got like 5 TV screens, so you can sit down there and check this out, Lindy Marie. This is version number 2. And I'm trying to show you all 30 of them, but hopefully this raises money for certainly a good cause. And I think we can all agree that would be a good thing. Yeah, so there were 5 of those 8-foot ones. So I guess that would leave 25 for the standard size ones. And you see, for the last maybe dozen, it might even be more than that. You've seen some of these man in the cities portrayed in and throughout the city and throughout Michigan, actually. This guy gets around. Okay, so I'm starting to fill this out. I got 3 of the 5. There are so many. It was difficult choices. I'm just figuring as it comes along. But I do like this one a lot. And so I got one left, and I figured, okay, a purple Batman. That's kind of funny. So if you want a coffee and a special mix, if they need to pressurize it, they got like nitrogen. They will hook it all up. My 2 cents. Yeah, and a penny for your thoughts. Those two kind of go hand in hand. You get your food like this, and you can see where you could have some fun with friends. They got strawberry water. Ooh, that's a sexy logo right there, isn't that? And then they got cucumber water. And I like the lighting. Lighting's not what it used to be. Things have changed. This was open season. God, they should have told me well in advance. I would have chowed all this down. So I did get one of these, like, chocolate swizzle sticks. And one of these cookies. Look at oh, my Lord. I was living large. Butter, Kex. The police were keeping a good eye on things. And I left, and they even gave me, like, a bag with some goodies. Oh my gosh, I felt like I made off like a bandit. But, and then downtown Detroit bikes, and just down the street on Peterborough, Detroit is repurposing and refiguring all this shit out, It's getting to the point where, okay, we can do this, and it's exciting because things are on the upswing. This was the old Chinatown, so this says I don't know. Welcome to Chinatown. How's that sound? Sure. That would be 1912 in the those Roman numerals. But that was an old school there, the former Burton School. Hey, and it's cinema. I'm not sure if it's. I've seen one film there. He's been doing the cinema for a while, but maybe the building's all for sale. This has been redone. Look at that. I love it. Oh, I've walked by it several times, and it was like, are you kidding me? But they redid it. Beautiful. Except someone had to graffiti it. Are you kidding? Stop it. But, yeah, just checking out the neighborhood here, and this is just north of the Little Caesars Arena. A lot of people do the free parking along here, but this was certainly the Cass Corridor, kind of a red light district, and for years had fallen on hard times. With the arena going up, people kind of started to figure things out. The investors have been over this for years now, but eventually, over a little bit of time, this area is just good. There's not going to be empty lots. Let's put it that way. These guys, well, they figured it out. They got in when the getting was good and bought themselves a property, the Founders Brewing Company. This, I'm standing like on a dump lot. And, yeah, that needs help. Charlotte's Lounge. And look at the brickwork. I don't think you can buy cinder blocks or whatever like that. But, yeah, look at this. So I was checking out the beer menu, and this is the first time that I ordered something here. I've been in here once before, but I said, okay, look at this. Rubaeus, tart and refreshing raspberry. They have the percentages. The higher the better. We all know that. Here's the pricing. This is important, too. You got the 5-ounce sampler, 8-ounce, and you can get growlers. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This is... my coaster was that, and I actually just bought it by accident, but here was part of the welcome gift. So I got some M&M's caramel. That's the first time I ever tried those. I can vouch for that. They are very good. All right, here's the main event. Cocktails, hearty hors d'oeuvres, silent auction, snappy casual. Okay, so I'm going to have to dress up a little bit. And that's the one I bought right there. Check it out. Lindy Marie. Okay, this is what they do. There's a phone number. Get tickets. This supports like the less fortunate and so forth in Detroit. But, believe it or not, yeah, there are people that do need that help. And so it's going to a worthy cause. Here, some beautiful stand of buildings. The Manhattan. This building shouldn't be vacant. And this is right near the Masonic. Across the street here, it used to be 24 hours. Now it's closed, so they must have been bought out. The golden top of the Fisher Building, certainly a landmark and a visual. 3131, well, it's still for sale. Maybe they're holding out for the best price. I got a few burgers in that place before, but even look here, the land. Folks, it's urban planning. It affects all of us. Good urban planning means Neighborhoods are developed as nice, fine neighborhoods for people to enjoy, live, work, play, have fun. Here's one of those man in the cities on display. And I made it to Peterborough and 3rd. And I had to work for these shots here, but I had to get permission. But they have a service center there. They play pool out here at Bill's Recreation. There they serve meals and whatnot, but that's an important function here. And you have to knock. I've been in there once, but if I would have knocked, I probably could have gotten schooled on another game of pool. I mean, I can play pool, but not very well, so I would have gotten schooled, but they're good people. Here, a variety store, 5 and dime. It's up for sale. And a little like gargoyle thing there. It'd be so nice actually to work or to live in Detroit. Here though, this is like some skateboarders and they don't have the windows open, but you can kind of see them flying by. Yeah, they're in this oddly shaped building there, but they were skateboarding and doing the ramps, but the windows weren't open, so you could kind of just see them vaguely there or whatever. But yeah, if you're a skateboarder, that would be the place to check it out. Cass Corridor. This, man, I've always liked the Cass Corridor. I've been through here. I do my free parking here all the time and then walk to downtown. But, yeah, it's nice to see the Cass Corridor get redeveloped, repurposed, and we'll connect the dots between downtown and Midtown and New Center. Work our way all the way up Woodward. Here, back to the Detroit Shipping Company, and that's where I parked. So I made it back just before 8:30. I'm into the urban scene, so focus on that. And it's exciting because for so many years Detroit was kind of going south, and you see it turning north now. It's like, and then here's a new restaurant. I've seen this building here before, but I never came by like when the restaurant bar was open. And so this is the name of the place, She Wolf, a Pastifico and bar. So I'm going, let's check this out. So first, it was for a drink, and after all these years, that's what I ended up with. But they have some interesting other drinks. They have artwork. This is my drink here, so cheers to Detroit. The open kitchen, and we'll just take a quick look at the menu here. And it's like an Italian place. The owner studied in Rome, did his thing, became the master chef or whatnot, came back here and opened the place up, and he's doing the Italian thing, and I don't know, he's got the high-end He's got all the Italian wines and stuff. He's kind of educating Detroit on this. And then here they tell you about the story of the she-wolf. You can speed read there. Kind of gives you an idea how they came up with the name. So I only had the drink. I did not have anything to eat, so I can't vouch for the food. But the place was packed. And it was like, this is fun. That helped. And then a nice wine rack and stuff. So you can do the high end and whatnot. And they have master wine people here.
Up to like 70.
Okay.
30.
For a bottle.
Right.
Okay.
And then 05, 220, 125. The Antinori is 350.
We were looking at some of the higher end ones there, but you can moderately price yourself. If you walk down the street, it's Honest John's. I had trouble getting that in focus. Detroit is very bike friendly. Selden Standard, just down the way. So a lot of places have just popped up. It's kind of fun because you have a little more variety now. Ooh, the rocket ship. I got one of those. And some of the housing that still remains in Detroit certainly is admirable. Here, well, if you like leather goods, you owe yourself, or you need to tell yourself to go and visit that place. Center for Creative Design, or the Nordine brothers have many sculptures that are popping up in Detroit and Dearborn. The Charles. Oh, if you like goodies, if you have a sweet tooth. Oh, but they're closed right now. That was Avalon Bakery. The Alley Taco. And then Cobb's. Oh, and then they had a comedy show.
Right. Stop wearing that shit. You wanna know why? That's just the bat signal for, hey, I suck a mean dick. Yeah.
Half off at the store? They just have a mini version? Fuck me.
Die away from being like an idiot flavored death cake.
One more time for the house. Ladies and gentlemen.
We had to do the money thing right before I.
Yeah, I guess that Wednesday night, they have comedy. I think Friday night, they got jazz or blues. Here's a big flower pot. But yeah, that Cobb place, though, they have sliders. I was there a couple times before. They're $2.50 for a slider, and the club sandwich slider. Oh, my Lord. Oh, was that tasty. Detroit Edison. Oh, this was a fun little spin through the city here. I need to live downtown. I really do believe, or even in the Cass Corridor or somewhere off Woodward. It's just exciting right now. There's the Giant Tire. Man, we're going to push that Giant Tire. Steve Fry knows the whole story of the Giant Tire, and we're going to keep going with that. Lindy Marie. I love my man in the city. All right. Well, the next day, here's an abandoned church. I'm in the Milwaukee Junction neighborhood. And there's your date, April 11th. But I could hear a train, so it's like, oh my gosh, I got to catch this. The tracks are just to the right here. I say. Oh, there's the old Ford Paquette plant. But yeah, train action rocks. Somebody lost their backpack here. And it was right there on that bench. So if I were you, I would return it. All right, well, it was a cloudy, overcast day. We got loading and unloading instructions. And there's the bottle rocket. Okay, we're on the move. Okay, the reason I was in the Milwaukee Junction neighborhood was because there was a function at the Junction. Detroit by Design, or Detroit Design. I'll check this out later. That's a new bar. But they have a monthly event, Drinks by Design, where they talk about Detroit and a little bit urban planning, a little bit of the design community and so forth, and what's happening, and it's a good deal indeed. Here's a little artist enclave here, gallery. I like their entrance there. That's quite peaceful. Okay, the event was held on St. Antoine. It was the Mogo place, and they have a building here where they service their bikes and their administrative headquarters. I think this was across the street. And, but here, Mogo. So they were hosting the event, Design Core Detroit. That's officially. So 6545 St. Antoine. And they had a photo op here. They had a deal where people were making presentations on urban planning and what Detroit needs to do and so forth, and it was crowded. I couldn't even get a good seat, so I decided I was going to walk around. I got there a little late. They have a little dart club here. These are the guns, and it's popular with the younger generations. And yeah, it was a good deal here. And the dodgeball, is that with like a volleyball?
It's with, you can have volleyballs or you can have regular American style dodgeballs. The strong rubber balls that hurt.
Yeah, they had some designer wear. Cooper Hewitt was putting on the presentation. And I kind of wish I would have heard it all because these are experts commenting on, Detroit and what's happening and so forth. And there's a lot of good things happening, certainly, in the city. Here, if you've ever heard of Detroit Soup, they host their functions over there in that building. Just across the way, there's like nice murals done up throughout the city, and we're seeing more and more of this, but I think this is a good thing. I like this art is everywhere concept. So anyways, this is around the Mogo place. And look at this. I love Detroit. And don't we all? Oh, yes, indeedy we do. Here even artwork at this Nipple Works place. Then the food truck. So this is Oh Taste and See. And then, well, through the backside here, or through the alley, we see some different variations of the Mogo bikes. And this is a good thing because the biking in Detroit has become more prevalent. And I like to think we're the motor capital of the world. But it doesn't mean it has to, it could be people power motored kind of a thing. We can be the transportation capital of the world. And just to get people around to where they got to go. So if you can walk, that's all the better. If you can get there by bike, that's a good gig too. Toronto looks like they started something there. They had the master plan. But if you can take mass transit, you can take a bus or the Q line. We need to expand. I'm a big fan of mass transportation. Detroit is underutilized in that aspect. RoboCop, we're going to get a statue of RoboCop. It's supposed to come up in 2020 sometime. And I'm kind of on it. I really want that to happen. So I've seen where the artist place is. Mount Elliott somewhere. But we got to work on that. Here, they dropped a lot of paint down the side of this building. But look at this here. The Monahan Company, they are working on it. This building, once cold storage, is now under transformation as a place for gathering and a space for growth. Chroma is a hub for creative entrepreneurs, community innovators, food cultivators, and more. It is an open invitation to all neighbors, collaborators. Oops. All right. Do better at that. But no, this is a good deal. It's happening all over the city now. People have gotten over that fear factor, which is such a negative emotion. If you have fear, you're not going to react or you're not going to do anything. You're going to stay away. You're going to avoid things, right? You're not going to be a participant. But if you get over that fear factor, my Lord, you open your head to all the possibilities. Oh, I like trains. I could see myself like living in this neighborhood. I just like the sound of trains, the movement, the whole kind of concept of trains. It mellows me out a little bit. It's like I'm allowed to take a, breathe in, breathe out kind of, and relax. Trains do that to me. Choo-choo trains, yes. But this is the Milwaukee Junction. Function at the junction. Oh, yeah. The underpasses here. New center stamping. So Eminem, he did his movie back in the day. The Fisher Body Plant and Hastings Street. Oh, this place is going to go off like a grenade. That's where it parked, but the sun is setting off in the distance. God, a German was supposed to buy this place and make it a big bar nightclub. Look at like UFOs. That looks like a spaceship, kind of. But industrial art, it rules, man. I love industrial art. This is a pretty big billboard. And then these people are buzzing to get on I-94. You know, good news, they said that waste incinerator plant is out of commission. That's it. So we're not going to burn trash anymore. That's a huge to-do. That's excellent. That was, underestimated good news. Should have got the trumpet out for that one. Here, in and amongst the city, there are some smart buildings. And look at the brickwork done on this building. Oh, this is so well done. And there's so many jewels like this around the city that go unnoticed. All right, back to the Ford Paquette plant. And it's a museum now. But Henry Ford did his thing. And look at this building. It's gorgeous. Back to the new bar. And I should have taken it inside and shown you a few pictures, but I'll do that at a later date. It's like it's half full, that moon. It's not half empty. It's half full. And on its way to a full moon. And you can live around here. There's several units and so forth. And, if you were a young whippersnapper, that would be a lot of fun to live in a city that is on the upswing. There's the Golden Top. So it's lit up pretty good now. The steam is going. Oh. And then this is the back side of the General Motors World Headquarters back in the day, but it's their laboratories. But the Michigan State Police have something to do with that now. But, okay, to wind out the top of the hour. This was on Saturday, April 13th. I parked in a free parking deck here in Dearborn. But they have the Martian run, and so they do the whole thing, and I have to hurry because they're getting ready to get started here for this the 5K.
You're able to get your good start here. Thank you all for joining us here at the Martian Invasion of Races presented by Blue Care Network. We're so excited to have all you folks out here today on a
Thank you, Mark. Go! All right, looking good, guys. Looking good now. You guys are rocking, my baby now. Oh yeah, we got a couple Martians looking at us. I love all y'all. All you looking good, looking good. Have fun.
Maybe it was on part of it.
No traffic on military at all. You're going to have about 4,000 runners right now.
Oh, how you doing? Good luck.
This is the greatest costume. My Lord. The Martian's taking him for a run. You gotta love that. Yeah, this was one of those out-of-this-world type events, and it was held in Dearborn. So they got a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, and a Milky Way, a full marathon. So you got the start, finish, and they use Edward Hines if you're doing the full marathon kind of thing. But, yeah, a lot of people do the 5K, and then maybe I'm wondering if the 10K is the most popular or not. There was some artwork done by some Martians, apparently. And then a nice bridge here. I grew up in Dearborn, so it's kind of like my hometown. Even though I live in Dearborn Heights now, it's close enough. And so, yeah, it's the Martian run, so there were Martians all over the place. And then I was looking here, and I'm going, what's up with this? This is the first year I've seen these multi-colored Martians, and I'm wondering what gives here. And they might, I can't say for sure, they might be gay Martians, though. So this would be the first year that was allowed. I can't speak. I'm not, in with the race officials and so forth. This was the finish line here. And the Weeping Willows. Yeah, look at this. Go figure. I don't know. What's the world coming to? And then it looks like a Martian got trashed. But certainly people were having fun with this, live and let live kind of thing. This was out at Ford Field in Dearborn. There's weight limits here for these bridges. Part of the problem we have with the roads is we allow those heavy truck limits. You gotta, even with that tree branch across, you got to be careful with the weight limits. And I believe that's a senior center. They have rules, signs, everywhere sign. And then nature, God, you can't get around it, which is a good thing. Nature is good. We need to preserve the environment. I think millennials are kind of on the concept of conservation and stuff like global warming and stuff. They're going to have the start of the half marathon here.
Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. We stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so bright o'er the ramparts we watched, whose so gallant angled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was running the half marathon. My sister's there, and she was going to point out her husband, And I got distracted because I saw some geese in the air. Well, I did get him waved there a little bit, but he completed the half marathon. Yeah, I don't know what's up with those gay Martians. There's my sister here. She got a medal. And then they have some other awards here for the different places. And my sister and brother-in-law did the glass medals for the top 5 finishers.
80 to 84. First place and only place, John Mulligan. And we can help you out. Or if you missed the age group.
Hiding. It's fault.
Oh, it's a fun event for Dearborn. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe Dearborn, the little D, will become the hip place that like Royal Oak was, and Ferndale is now, and maybe like Wyandotte and whatnot. Well, here, Main Street, Dearborn, Michigan Avenue, and I love the Wagner place with that spire top. We stopped after the race. My sisters and brother-in-law wanted to get something to eat, so we came here to the Brome. And so I've been around, but I never stepped inside. So here's a peek inside the Brome. And a nice establishment. They're going green for sure. They got a fan up top. They look like they have the concept going. You can get a smoothie type thing here. I think I did that Ocean Breeze. Simple, yes. With me, you have to keep things simple. That works. Then nearby a gas station. Love that. This clock, I was surprised here at Comerica Bank. It works. An eagle up top. These old bank buildings are neat. But yeah, west downtown Dearborn. Dearborn has 2 downtowns, an Eastbourne and a Westbourne. It has a midtown too. But yeah, they gave us a free health shot.
But does it taste good?
So, we got a sophisticated potato, and then they got a variety of burgers here, including the original chicken, an Impossible deal. But yeah, this is how they roll here. And they tell you how the doneness. I go with the well done. Folks, though, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be. And take care. Good night.
There.